Do you know what, guys? I think Benny Blanco said it himself last season, or the season before that even. We're pretty good at football. 6-0. And look, I know it's Sheffield United. I know we were always going to be favourites to win this game. But I'm telling you, as an Arsenal fan, go back even just 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. This is one of those games where you just think, oh, we're just going to lose 1-0, aren't we? We're just not going to be able to score. They're going to sit with a low block and then hit us on the break or whatever. But do you know what? I just have every confidence with this Arteta-built machine that we're just going to destroy them. And it was 3-0 after 15 minutes. Ødegaard scored first. There was a bit of an own goal, a little bit of a messy one to concede. Martinelli then making it 3-0 after 15 minutes. And then you're thinking, this could be a cricket score. Havertz after 25 minutes, 4-0. Rice, 5-0 before half-time. Just absolutely incredible. And then you go in at the break and I'm thinking again, we could change every single player, 11 subs, and we will still come out in the second half and score another 5 goals because Sheffield United are that bad. I'm so sorry to Sheffield United fans because I'm sure it's so frustrating, but I bet you guys are itching to get back in the Championship. You don't want to watch this every week. You guys just aren't ready for Premier League football with that squad. It's quite shocking. It, to me, looks like a mid-table Championship, maybe even a League One side at times. But that's because they're facing such good teams in the Premier League. I think they'll go back down to the Championship and potentially fight to come back up again because, you know, I'm a big fan of their manager, Wilder. When he was announced as the manager again, I was quite happy for you guys. And I think he is the right man for the job. And he knows exactly what to do this time next season when you're fighting to get promoted back in again. But honestly, if I was a fan of a club that yo-yos a lot, if I'm talking like Norwich, Burnley, you know, these teams that constantly go up, go down, go up, go down, I would actually dread these Premier League seasons because the team is just never ready. It looks so far off Premier League quality, it's quite scary. But of course, we're here to talk about Arsenal. How do you pick a man of the match from that team, that squad? I want to say it was Ødegaard, but then I could easily say it was Havertz. I could also say Declan Rice was instrumental again. Martinelli was fantastic. Kivior, he's not even a left back, but he looks like a really good left back. It's quite remarkable when you've literally got a whole first 11. I mean, yeah, okay, you can't really give it to Raya. He didn't really have to do too much, but everyone else could have easily got man of the match today. They were all flawless. It is a flawless victory. And I'm so happy that we've continued that record. It is now 9 consecutive. No, it's not. No, I've just clocked. It's not. Oh, we needed another one in the second half. Okay, so the record stood until half-time. 8 consecutive halves of football scoring 2 or more goals. We only got 1 in the second half. Damn. I walked right into that one. Normally I just hit record and just go for it. And I for a second I thought, oh yeah, it's 9, isn't it? But no, it's not. If we scored 1 more, we would have kept the run going. So it's 8 consecutive 45-minute halves of football scoring 2 or more goals. That is astonishing. Some of the stats flying around with this squad right now. I've got a couple of tweets that we can go through. Also, just wanted to show you this because this was Chelsea at Stamford Bridge at half-time against Sheffield United. I can't remember the full-time score. And the reason I'm pulling this up is because that was us. That actually was when we were Comedy FC, which I think Chelsea can safely say they own that title right now. Comedy Club. That's exactly what would happen to us. We would struggle against these teams that sit with a low block and just put 11 men behind the ball. I don't even know what our halftime expected goals was today. Kai Havertz, ex-Chelsea, of course. His goal tonight, our 4th goal, was the 150,000th goal. I mean, 150,000 goals in English top flight history. Insane. And here's Havertz again. Arsenal are the first team to score 5+ goals in 3 successive Premier League away games. It's definitely been done in home games because that's much easier. That's considerably easier. Playing at home is a massive advantage, but to go away and score 5+ 3 games in a row, that is no easy feat. Truly incredible. Let's have a look at the subs we made because, of course, we saw Fabio Vieira come on. It's been a while since we saw him. I actually thought he was quite good. And I was so happy to see Saka come off. Even though Saka wasn't able to score today, he did get himself an assist and he was influential. He hit the bar in the first, minute, 20 seconds. But I thought Vieira did very well. Gabriel Jesus came on and did his usual, playing 3 different positions in one go. Looked dangerous. And that's 2 players that have come back after not playing for so long. And it's the same with Thomas Partey. And my God, the physical beast that is Thomas Partey, seeing him in midfield again, I have missed it. And I didn't realise, because we've had such good performances from, Jorginho has been class since coming into the team. And Declan Rice has quite literally made it feel like we don't need Partey anymore. But when he came on, there's one thing that Partey does, and he does it every single time he plays. It's his turn. It's the way he receives a pass, opens his body up and turns. He does it so effectively. I don't know how other teams don't stop him from doing it more. Just sit off him. Just don't go into him, because he will just turn you. And he's so good at it, and it sets up a transition every time. I love that about Thomas Partey, and I'm so glad that he's back again. I think I saw a stat going around. He's started something like 55% of the games since he's joined Arsenal. And this was a player that never, and I mean never, got injured. So we've been absolutely so unlucky with Thomas Partey's injury record. It shouldn't have happened. I still think he's been a fantastic signing for us. But I'll put it this way. I won't be sad if he leaves in the summer. I think he should leave in the summer. We'll get the most we'll get for him. And I think we can move past him. For me, and a lot of people will agree with me, the best ability is availability. It's a thing that's thrown around all the time. You can be the best player on the planet, but if you're only playing every 3 weeks because you keep picking up injuries, and if you're only playing half the matches every season, you're not that valuable. I'm sorry. It's unfortunately what's happened with Thomas Partey. He has become more of an issue for us because he's just never fit. So I'd like to see those very high wages invested into someone else, maybe someone a bit younger and someone who's more available. But it was great to see him. I still don't understand why we're seeing Cedric come on. He's obviously not going to be around next season. Seems a bit of a waste of time for me, especially when we could have had a different player come on. And Trossard did all right. Momentum-wise, the same old Arteta machine, just suffocating and destroying teams. 81% of the ball. By the way, just to quickly mention, I didn't manage to watch the derby yesterday, the Manchester derby, but I did see that City had more shots than Manchester United had possession. I think Man United had 26% of the ball and City had 27 shots. I don't think I've ever seen that. How do you have less possession than a team has shots? Anyway, 22 shots from us tonight, and to be fair, we took the gas off. We took our foot off the pedal a bit. That's the term I'm trying to find. In that second half, we could have easily done more. 10 of those shots on target. 2 of them were big chances. I agree with, I think it was Alan Smith on commentary. He gave the Man of the Match award to Ødegaard, and I don't disagree really. I think Havertz, though, I do want to talk about it because I was guilty, certainly, of feeling very underwhelmed and almost to the point saying, I'm not sure the Havertz deal was worth it. Because there were moments, we all saw it, he wasn't doing enough. He looked really lazy. It reminded me a lot of Ozil, someone that looks very lackadaisical, very lethargic on the pitch, but they're just genuinely incredible, and you just don't maybe pick up on everything. But Havertz in the last few weeks, he's undroppable. He is quite literally undroppable, and he knits everything together. So big shout out to Havertz, goal and an assist tonight. He was really, really good. So that gives us a goal difference of plus 45 now. We are top of the league on goal difference. Obviously, it means nothing until the end of the season, but it's important. It's still very important. You can see Ødegaard urging the team. He's obviously captain. He's urging the team to keep going. It was like the 83rd minute. 1 more, 2 more. Let's get more goals, because what if we are tied up with City or Liverpool come the end of the season and it comes down to goal difference? It'd be hilarious, really, if we won the league on goal difference. But it is truly remarkable to see that we have scored the most goals in the league, 68, and we've conceded the least goals in the league as well, just 23. Truly remarkable. And that is down to the coaching team, Mikel Arteta. And of course, the quality on the pitch, that's obviously what it really comes down to. That the quality of Saliba, Gabriel, and Raya has been spectacular for us. But the coaches have just, they've created a monster. I just really hope we can actually get something from this, because there's no doubt in my mind that we're building something special. And if this was 10 years ago, we'd be dominating the league. We've just come across this moment of gold whilst City and Liverpool, and I mean, you've even got teams like Aston Villa who are just hitting this gold bit of form as well. It's a shame in a way, because there's no doubt in my mind that if we were playing with this squad 10 years ago, when City were really emerging as the best team in the league, and I think we would have been winning the title almost every year if we were playing like we are now. We're almost unstoppable. But we're playing teams like Sheffield United, West Ham, Crystal Palace. You know, what I want to see is a 4-0 against City. And I don't think that's going to happen. A 4-0 against Liverpool, it's just not going to happen, is it? We do have Man City coming up in a couple of weeks. So that's going to be a huge, huge game. Up next, we've got Brentford, who, I mean, don't let their position deceive you, because you know Brentford can turn up and beat anyone. They're one of those teams. As for Sheffield United, it really isn't looking good. For me, they're already down. And to be fair, I would just white flag every game at this point, because Sheffield United would genuinely be better off losing each game 3-0. Because, I mean, how many times have they conceded more than 3 goals this season? They've conceded 72 times in 27 games. Just say, sorry, we're not coming, and give every opposition a 3-0 win, and you'll be better off. Burnley, I think it's a similar case. I think they've got more of a chance of scoring goals and actually winning points than Sheffield United, but they're going down as well. And Luton, it's a shame, because I know they've got a game to play and it's Palace. They might win that, but they've looked all right, actually. And it'd be a shame to see them go down. I'd much rather Nottingham Forest went down, or Everton or something like that. But yeah, I think we're looking at the bottom 3, really, aren't we? I hope Luton can climb out, though. So, that's that for this episode. Apologies for my career mode coming out a little bit later today. I fell asleep. I had a nap, like an old man. So, yeah, it was half an hour late. But 10 past 10, Arsenal win 6-0. I'm a happy man, and I'll see you in the next Operation Arsenal.